we are selling today by way of public auction. This means that a 10% deposit will be required upon signing the unconditional contract. Settlement terms quite flexible, 30, 60 or 90 days. We are conducting a Schedule 1 auction, which means that today's auction will be conducted in accordance with any rules or additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of today's auction. Now, as your auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders on request, and the vendors do have a reserve price. Now, the law prohibits me as the auctioneer from accepting any bids or offers after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. In other words, this means no late bids are bid under Victorian law. The law also prohibits false bids from the crowd. It prohibits major disruptions by bidders. It prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it provides fines for this conduct. The rules do, however, permit vendor bids. And the words that I will use to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor today are simply the words vendor bid. Now, by law, only I, as the auctioneer, may make a vendor bid. Now, one of two things is going to happen today. Either one, we will sell this property under the hammer at or above the vendor's realistic reserve price, or two, we will pass the property in. Now, in the unlikely event that the property is passed in, please note that only the highest bidder will be reserving the exclusive right to negotiate with the owner and agent at the completion of the auction. So 2 points I'll repeat before we get things underway. 1, no late bids. No late bids are permitted under Victorian law. Once a hammer has fallen, if you are not the highest bidder at that point, you have missed out. Point number 2, as I also said just a moment ago, only the highest bidder will have the first and exclusive right to negotiate with the owner and agent at the completion of the auction should the property be passed in. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, you must bid if you would like to be in the running to purchase this absolutely incredible townhome that we have on offer today. Absolutely incredible design, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic layout. Bedrooms certainly are a decent size as well. So all of the rooms practical in terms of size, but also offering flexible living options as well, and also all the mod cons one would expect for a property of this calibre. I'll touch upon the benefits of the property briefly. I think the property, if you ask me, but I think I'll still go through some of the key features. And then, of course, we'll talk a little bit about the location before we get started as well. So the home itself, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Downstairs is where you'll find the master bedroom with walk-in robe and ensuite. There's also a 5th bedroom that could easily be used as a dedicated study or even a second living area as well. Downstairs, you'll also find the open-plan kitchen with beautiful stone bench tops. You've also got a dedicated meal zone and, of course, the living area as well. Outside, very simple, low maintenance courtyard. You've got a water tank there as well, a little shed, and of course you've got access internally to the garage here. Upstairs, a further 3 bedrooms, a central bathroom to cater to the rest of the family members. And as I said, all of the extra inclusions one would expect for a property like this. Ducted heating, ducted cooling. We've got a digital lock on the front door there, double garage, solar power, the list goes on. The location, also fantastic. So we're right at the rear of the block, so very quiet, very safe, very secure. We're only moments away from multiple train stations, Holmes Glen Institute and station only moments away as well. Of course, Melbourne's fashion capital, Chadstone, within easy reach if you're interested in doing some shopping or, of course, some fantastic restaurants. There's also a lot of entertainment options there as well, whether it be bowling alleys or movie theatres or restaurants. Freeway access, also within easy reach. The Monash Freeway will take you all the way into the city in just a few moments, or in the other direction to Phillip Island. Some fantastic schools, both primary and, of course, secondary, and we also have public transport moments away as well. So let me summarise what we have on offer before we get started. 4 bedrooms, plus a dedicated study / second living area. Open plan living and dining. A beautiful kitchen, low maintenance rear yard. Ample accommodation. All in a fantastic location that's close to primary schools, secondary colleges, public transport, freeway access, restaurants, shopping. What more could you ask for, Ming? Ming's just arrived. Can you think of anything?
I've been here for 10 minutes.
There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we're going to get things started. Before I do, however, please let me remind you the joy behind me here, Ming in front of me here. Also, Zach and Daniel would be more than happy to assist you with your bidding, or of course any questions you might have before you raise your hand. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. We're here to sell today, you're here to buy. Who'd like to raise their hand and give me a fair and reasonable starting bid? I don't mind where we start, but don't forget you must bid if you would like to be in the running to purchase this incredible property. No late bids are permitted under Victorian law. You must bid to buy. It's as simple as that. Some people can be a little bit shy. That's what the agents are here for. They're more than happy to bid on your behalf. Raise their hand and put in the bid for you, of course, ladies and gentlemen, but don't forget, if you fail to bid, you run the risk of missing out today. It's very, very simple. Who'd like to get me started? I prefer not to put in a vendor bid, but I will if I have to. Are we all done on silence, ladies and gentlemen? Sounds like we might be. That's okay. We've been quoting 1 at 1
950.
950, I'll take it. Why not? 950, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the bidding, ma'am. And good luck today. $950,000. Looking now for a rise of 50 to an even $1 million. So $50,000 rise to $1 million even will put you in the driver's seat to purchase this incredible home today. But you must be in it to win it. Ladies and gentlemen, $950,000 to my left here. Looking for a rise of 50 to $1 million. First call at $950,000. Second call at $950,000. Third and final time, $950,000.
975.
975. Why not? I'll take the 25, but no less than that at the moment, ma'am. If you'd like to come back at $1 million, I'll happily take it. So 975 here. Magic million.
1 million.
There we go. Magic million. That's what we're after. $1 million even. So against you now, sir, another 25 will put you back in the driver's seat. 1,025,000 is what we need to move things along. Same applies for everyone else here, of course. So we're at an even $1 million now.
20 here. 1,020,000.
20, I'll take the 20. Why not? 20,000, same courtesy if you like, man. 1,040,000 to put you back in front. So 1,020,000. The bid is here. Looking now for another 20,000 to 1,040,000. Same applies.
40.
40. There it is. Welcome back at 1,040,000. 60. Can I call sir?
What about 50? 50 here.
An extra 50 on top?
No, that's a take it out.
An opportunistic auctioneer. What can I say? So I'll just check with the lady here. 1,060,000, ma'am. Is that what you were just about to call? We're at 1,040,000 here. I was looking for 1,060,000. I thought you were just about to give me 1,060,000. We're holding 10 here. That's what we're looking for is 1,060,000.
60.
There it is, 60. Now, it's against you. And against you haven't bid yet, but we'll include you in the mix. So 1,060,000 here, ma'am. You're back in front, back in the driver's seat. Sir, it's against you at 1,060,000. I will consider a rise of 10 from here. So we're at here. Zach, if you'd like to let your buyers know, also $10,000 permitted at this point. $1,060,000 currently in the lead here, ma'am. Against you, sir, 1,060,000.
70.
70. There it is. So it's against you, ma'am, and sir, 1,070,000 here. Welcome to the bidding, and good luck today. Also, 1,070,000 here to my right. Looking for 1,080,000. Can I call, or sir, 1,080,000 to put you back in front. 1,070,000. First call at $1,070,000 here to my right. Second call, 1,070,000. Looking for 1,080,000. 80. There it is. Welcome back, ma'am. At 1,080,000. It's against you now. Looking for 90 now. So 1,080,000. Looking for 1,090,000. So $1,080,000. The bid is here. Against you at 1,080,000. Looking for 1,090,000. Sir, also against you at $1,080,000. Looking for a rise of 10 to $1,090,000. First call at $1,080,000. Second call, $1,080,000. Third and final time at $1,080,000. Are we all done or silent or finished at $1,080,000? Sir, do we have a 5? What does that bring us up to? 85? I'll take the 5. Why not? Just to move things along. 185. Bid is with you, against you, ma'am. Same courtesy if you like. I prefer more than 5, of course.
90.
90. 5 it is. $1,090,000. Against you, another 5 if you like. So 95. So we're at 1,090,000 here, looking for another 5 to $1,095,000 even. Zach, same applies. 1,085,000. Sorry, 1,090,000. My apologies. Thank you, Ming, for correcting me. 1,090,000. Against you, sir, at 1,090,000. 95 will put you back in the driver's seat. There it is, 95,000. Man, could I call 1.1? 1,095,000. 1.1 is...
1.1.
There it is, 1.1. Thank you, Daniel. $1,100,000, 105 if you like, sir. Also, haven't forgotten about everyone over here. We're at 1.1 even. We need 105 to keep things moving along. Don't forget, no late fees permitted today. Don't forget, we're moments from shopping centres. We're moments from freeway access, public transport, freeway access. I think I forgot a moment. 1.1. We need 105. What do we say? Yes or no, in or out? First call at $1,100,000. Second call at $1,100,000. Third and final time at $1,100,000. Sir,
Yeah.
105. Welcome back. 105. Ma'am against you now at 105 and sir against you again at 105. So we need 110. So we're at 1,105. We need 1,110 to keep things moving along. Ma'am, you started the bidding. I'm happy to see you finish the bidding at 1,105, looking for 1,110. I'd like to see everyone finish the bidding, but unfortunately we can't have three people purchasing the property. I guess technically we could be a bit awkward though, I suppose, with the living arrangements. 1,105,000. 1,110, it's against you. We're certainly at the business end of this auction, I can assure you of that. $1,105,000 going once. 1,105,000, the bid is here, twice. 1,105,000, third and final.
1.11.
1-1, there it is, and welcome back again against you at 1,115,000. Against you now at 1,115,000. Against you also, sir, 1,115,000. And against those also who haven't bid yet. The auction's not over, you still have a chance. $1,115,000. Currently a 3-horse race. If you'd like to join in, now is your chance. 1,115,000. Here,
120.
There it is. 20, 25 if you like, sir.
Now we are on the market.
Oh, there you go. You heard it from the handsome gentleman. Now on the market. 1 million. Can I confirm, Daniel? 120.
1.12.
Thank you very much. 120. Against you, we need 125, and we have it. 125. So we're playing for keeps today. This hammer is going to fall. We are all going to have the pleasure of meeting the new owner of this property and welcoming them to the neighbourhood. If you would like for that to be you, you must bid down. 1 million bid here to my right, ma'am. 1,130,000 to keep things moving along. Otherwise, it's all over. 1,125,000. The bid is here at 1,125 or 1,125,000.
130.
130. Against you now at 1,130,000, sir and ma'am. So 135 is what we need to move things along. 1,130,000. 35. 1,135,000 now. So 135 against you again, ma'am, at 135. We need 140. $1,135,000. Stay in the running to purchase. We are now at 1 million. $1,135,000 twice. $1,135,000. All done, all silent, all finished, ma'am. Do we have your best? 1,135,000. Once the property has been knocked down, there are no late bids permitted. I know I must have said that 10 times already.
What about 1,000?
I'll take it, why not? 136, same courtesy if you like. 136, 137 perhaps, or one low. So we're at 1,136,000. 114, there it is. Straight back at you at 1,140,000. I will take one again if you like. 1,140,000 now. Looking for 141 or more. 1,140,000. The bid is here. Currently in the lead. If there are no further bids, you'll be the proud new owners of this property. $1,140,000. Looking for a rise of at least one. Minimum bid today is 1,000, by the way, just in case anyone was going to offer me less than that. $1,140,000 going once. The bid is here. Ma'am, it's against you. Sir, it's against you at 1,140,000. Checking her watch. You still have time. Rest assured. 1,100,000. Not much. The clock is ticking. $1,140,000. Calling it for the final time. $1,140,000 going once. You're now speaking to your watch. Okay. watch, and she will get back to us in a moment. 1,140,000. Are we all done over here? All silent, all finished at 1,140,000. Shaking her head, never a good sign when you're an auctioneer, but nevertheless, thank you for your bidding today. If you are all done and all silent, sir, I'll check in on you as well. 1,140,000. Are we absolutely 100% positive? Yes, we are. If that's the case, thank you also for your bidding today. So, it's looking good over here, but I'm going to give everyone one final chance before we are currently at $1,140,000, looking for a rise of at least one. First call at $1,140,000. Second call at $1,140,000. Third and final time, $1,140,000. Sir, are you sure? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're all done, all silent, all finished, but today I have the pleasure of announcing that we are selling. We have sold. Congratulations. Well done. Great work, sir and ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to another Biggin & Scott auction. It's been a pleasure having you here. Bad luck, sir. Bad luck.